Welcome back. Our second guest is naturopath, respiratory specialist and published author Julia Rudakova, and she will be talking about the mind-body connection and the language of the body. Welcome, Julia.
Thank you so much for having me.
How does our body speak to us?
That's a very good question, and it's one of my favorite topics. From the Chinese traditional medicine, we know that every organ in the body is connected through meridians. Meridians, they're energy channels to different tissues. For example, if there is a meridian going through a shoulder, so that's your gallbladder, there is liver there, and we know that the organ will have an affinity to certain emotions. For example, again, going back to the liver, it's anger and frustration. It's a topic that requires a few examples. And a person may be frustrated at work. There is a situation that hasn't had any resolution so far. Maybe the person needs to speak up. Maybe the person needs to get the team together, and there is a little bit of hesitance because there is a fear of public speaking, and that situation compounds and the person feels frustrated, maybe a little bit angry with themselves, and then develops this constant pain in the neck, in the shoulders, and that's your liver meridian. So if it doesn't go away after a massage, after a relaxation exercise, if it keeps coming back, then it is time to listen. It is time to listen to your body and act on that. And another example of the mind-body connection is as simple as a sore throat, for example. So a person experiencing sore throats on a regular basis, definitely outside of the flu season, signifies to us that the unconscious mind, so talking about mind, we have conscious mind and an unconscious mind. It presents that problem to the person in the physical form, because there is no other way that your unconscious mind can communicate to you other than through the body's experience, and the best way we respond is to pains and aches. We're not going to respond to something pleasant, we're going to enjoy it. So the pains and aches is the language of the body that listens to the unconscious mind. So the solution could be as simple as having that difficult conversation with a colleague, with a family member that you have been putting off, or you were afraid of their reaction maybe. And that's normal, right? But the solution is acting upon that, identifying why could that be? When was the first incident of that sore throat, right? Outside of the flu season, when was it? And when did it repeat again and again and again? What happened in your life? Who were you talking to? Who were you communicating with? Another example is a sore tummy. So this area, the abdominal area, is all to do with digestive process. And when we can't literally digest something, information in life, that just goes against our beliefs, against our comprehension, then we will start experiencing those digestive symptoms on a regular basis.
How do you address your symptoms?
Firstly, to be in the body, to start listening, not to dismiss those aches and pains. If they come with regularity, if it's a pattern, then we need to be able to drop into the body and start listening and moving that emotion. Just as I mentioned, that rock that you throw into the water and the ripples, we need to be able to move those ripples up out into the edge of the pond so that they are neutralized and the body is not affected.
What are your tips for understanding the language of the body?
So now, to understand the language of the body, we need to be able to experience the body fully. We need to be in the body. And you will say, well, how is it you're not in the body? We're all in the body. Oftentimes, when we're immersed into problems, problem solving, we literally get outside. We dismiss the body's symptoms. We dismiss what we're feeling. And I know it's funny, but the most common thing is that we don't stop and have a toilet break when we're submerged into some problem solving, and we don't have a snack when we need to. We don't have a glass of water when the body asks for it because we stop listening and we think that we can do it later. And the same with emotions. Putting it on the back burner is never going to work because we will forget, and then the compounding effect of that is greater aches and pains. So to be present in your body, the easiest way to do this is to be able to control your breathing. So the breathing is your bridge, is the bridge between the mental and the physical, between the emotional and the physical, and even the spiritual and the physical. Because in the word respiration, we have the root is spirit. Inspiration, respiration, all that linked to the spirit. And when we do the slow breathing and bring ourselves into that parasympathetic nervous system response, which is rest and digest, everything slows down. We can start listening to how we breathe, to our breathing rate. We can connect to our breathing muscles, to the diaphragm, drop the shoulders down and feel the body. And normally in that time, in that moment, nothing else exists. And if we manage to take that break, even once or twice a day, to connect to ourselves and to start listening to our body, your health will benefit greatly. And as always, please seek advice from a health professional and get your individualized health plan.
Thank you so much, Julia. If you'd like to learn more about the mind-body connection and Julia, you can visit her webpage on our website, healthwellbeingandlifestyle.com.au. Stick around because after the break, we'll be back with another guest and another interesting topic.